1 minute and we'll get started. Hi everyone, welcome to Hindi University. Really excited to have all of you this Sunday. As you know, my name is Ashutosh and we meet every Sunday 8 a.m. US Pacific time, which is time on the west coast of the US, to learn about the Hindi language. For those of you who are new to Hindi University, you can learn more about us by going to our YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/Hindi University. Or you can also go to our website, which is hindiuniversity.org, and find out all the details about how you can join us and participate in all the HU activities. In this slide, I share a little bit of information if you are joining it for the very first time, or if you're watching the videos without any prior context of HU. And if you want to join the Sunday classes, you can join us using this Zoom link that I share with you. It's been consistent. That's what we use. And if you missed any of the previous classes, you can watch the recording on the channel, Hindi University. I also use this public WhatsApp community link to onboard people. That's only used for onboarding. And once I know that you're a legitimate learner and will be spending time learning and participating, then I'll move you into the right platform. Okay. With that being said, some more administrative stuff. As you know, this year we've been following two books: Pingu Learns Hindi, which is the book by HU, Hindi University, and the second one we are doing is the Primer of Modern Standard Hindi by Professor Michael Shapiro. In the last few classes, if you guys recall, we started learning about past indefinite tense. In the earlier classes, we worked on the habitual past tense, which are things that you used to do in how to say that in Hindi. In the last few classes, we kind of broke it down further, and as opposed to habitual past tense, which are things that you used to do, if you want to say something that you did, and yesterday or last year or last week, how do you say them in Hindi? This class we will build on top of it, so I expect that you have at least somewhat understanding of the Hindi grammar, the verbs, some understanding of conjugation, and how to identify the needy verbs versus the verbs which are not needy. Okay, I'll give some brush up, but the goal is to kind of really build on top of where we left in the previous class. So I expect it will be some sort of, you will be challenged to really think about how to say complex sentences, which is good, because even if you are new, you will kind of get to work on some interesting stuff. Okay, so with that in mind, I'm going to just quickly show you in the first 5 minutes about the brush up. Okay, so we discussed in the previous classes about the difference between needy and non-needy verbs, right? When you talk about I ate, you ate something. Okay, or if you talk about you called someone. So verb which requires something or someone, you put them into the needy category. Okay, versus verb, they are complete on their own. They don't need something or someone. Like you went, you arrived, you smiled, you laughed, right? You cried. Okay? So those are basically the non-needy verbs, and we discussed they're also known as the intransitive verbs. And on the left hand side, you have these are the transitive verbs. So we spent one lecture about discussing how to say the sentences where you are using intransitive verbs in Hindi, and we also discussed about the transitive verbs, right? So I expect at least you have some basic familiarity with that. We learned about like different kind of verbs also, about like these are again transitive verbs, where when you're making something, okay, like a cupcake or cookie or any food, you're making something, right? So the verb will conjugation will happen exactly same in both the cases, whether it is you're using transitive versus intransitive verbs. But there will be difference, and we spoke about how you, whenever there is a needy verb, you're using a subject, and subject will be followed by a postposition. Okay, and what is that postposition, Josh? Which postposition?
Nay.
Very good, nay, right? Nay. So we learned about, like, first was the conjugation, which is exactly same as the intransitive verbs. Dekhna becomes dekha, match dekha, okay? Or if it is masculine plural, you have match dekhe. If it is movie, which is feminine singular, you'll say movie dekhi. And if it is plural, movies dekhi. Okay, so we will discuss that. And then, as you guys just mentioned, like, subject is followed by a postposition called ne. Okay, and your overall pronoun will become maine, tumne, tune, उसने, इसने, हमने, आपने, इन्होंने और उन्होंने. Okay, I'm going slightly fast because we have done this thing in the previous class, so I just want to make sure that everybody who missed it, they have at least somewhat context of what we discussed in the previous class. And same thing, another distinction was when you have needy verbs, the verb conjugation is not based on the subject but rather object, right? So if you, to make is banana, right? So it's like you want to say made home, okay? Bill, how would you say made home? Do you recall, or you need some more time? Okay, no worries. I know you missed it last week, so that's totally fine. Michael G, you want to give it a try?
So, usne gar banaya.
Very good, right? Usne ghar banaya. So even if you don't have the subject, for example, if you want to say made home, ghar is masculine singular, and we just did, banana becomes banaya, masculine singular. Object is masculine singular, so it's banaya. Yes, banaya. Same thing, if it is sabji or curry, it would be, you want to try this one now, Bill?
Usne sabzi. Oh,
Yeah, it's okay.
usne sabzi banai.
Very good. Usne sabji banai. Right? Feminine singular. Object is feminine singular. Slight variation there. Banana, if you remove the na, there is a vowel a. So you put an extra y there. Right? The ear sound. Okay? Same thing. Just like you have sabji banai, it will become, all of you can say it silently to yourself, cookie banai. Right? मैंने कुकी बनाई और आपने कुकी बनाई. Same thing, coffee. Katie ji, how will you say that?
मैंने कॉफी बनाई.
Wonderful. मैंने coffee बनाई. Okay. Una ji, how will you say sandwich?
Sorry, I lost you. मैंने sandwich बनाया.
मैंने sandwich बनाया. Okay. मैंने sandwich बनाया. Okay. And next one is kite, which is considered feminine singular. Okay. Rachel ji, you want to try it out? Use any pronoun.
मैंने kite बनाई.
Beautiful. मैंने kite बनाई. There you go. Awesome. Okay. Robot is considered masculine singular. Okay. Miyaji, you want to give it a try? How will you say, I made a robot?
मैंने रोबोट बनाया.
Beautiful. मैंने robot बनाया. Wonderful. So again, I hope everyone is slowly catching up from the previous week. These were like simple sentences. Okay. Again, just to recap, you take the verb, you are trying to make sentences in past indefinite, something that you did yesterday, last week, or previous year. You're making very basic sentences. And these are needy verbs which require something or someone. When you're making something. Okay, that makes it complete. And if you don't specify it, that's totally fine. But the verb is still a needy verb, which is also known as transitive verb. Okay, let's not talk about exception scenarios, but mostly let's talk about cases which work 98% of the time, right? So these are needy verbs. Needy verbs, when you have the pronoun, you will use ne after that. Okay, ne, maine, aapne. Okay, and then you will conjugate these verbs based on the gender of the object, unlike the non-native verb. Okay, for example, just to kind of recap, I laughed versus Unaji laughed. Okay, Unaji, how will you say you laughed?
मैं हंसी.
Very good. If she's saying it, she's saying मैं हंसी. If I'm saying it, I'll say मैं हंसा, because that's the conjugation is happening based on who is saying it for the intransitive verb. Same thing if versus the transitive verb, if Unaji she made cookie versus I made cookie, how will you say it, Unaji?
तो मैंने कुकी बनाई.
I will say exactly same thing, मैंने cookie बनाई. Because for the transitive verb, you're conjugating banaya, banai, banaye based on the gender of what is being made, not who made it. Okay, I hope it's slowly coming up to everyone. And I just revise it because when you see the big paragraph, it takes some time to come very naturally. So it's very important that all of you practice it. Even if you are intermediate and above, I still want you to sort of like, go and sort of practice the same thing. Instead of banana, if you have to do the same thing, to buy, kharidna. Okay, if you practice it, it's going to just come naturally. So I'll still do this exercise slightly more deeper, and that way at least when we see the paragraph, it will be much clearer. Okay, so Austin G, you have again right in front of you a transitive verb called to buy. Okay, let's say you bought any of these stuff and you have to make a sentence in Hindi, whether you bought a house or you bought the cookie or anything of your choice.
मैंने एक दो और एक पतंग खरीदी.
Yes, मैंने, say one more time.
मैंने एक पतंग खरीदी.
Okay, very good. मैंने पतंग खरीदी. Okay, wonderful. Let's say Sheila ji, how are you doing?
Namaste, Ashutosh. I'm just listening because I've got a delivery coming, but I can do one quickly.
Okay.
I bought a robot. Many robot karida.
Beautiful. मैंने robot खरीदा. Okay. Sharon ji, how are you doing? You want to try it out?
Sure. मैंने बहुत छोटा घर खरीदा.
Beautiful. मैंने घर खरीदा. Beautiful. Okay. Nandini ji, you want to try it out?
मैंने सैंडविच खरीदा.
Beautiful. मैंने सैंडविच खरीदा. Linda ji?
मैंने कॉफी खरीदी.
Beautiful. मैंने कॉफी खरीदी. Okay. Sharmila ji?
मैंने दुकान में कुकी देखी.
Okay, very good. मैंने cookie देखी. Okay. Inga ji, sorry, Inga ji, you're on just watching. That's totally fine. But okay, if you want to try it out, go for it.
Yeah, okay. मैंने कॉफी खरीदी.
Beautiful. मैंने कॉफी खरीदी. We'll do one more. Shriram ji.
मैंने ये किताब खरीदी.
मैंने एक किताब खरीदी. Beautiful. So I think anyone wants to try it out. I want to make sure everyone get the opportunity before we do the paragraph. Everybody good? Sunny ji, you want to try it out? Go for it. Unmute yourself.
Okay. So मैंने पतंग उठाई.
Okay, very good. Awesome. Right, wonderful. So now what we'll do is something that I couldn't finish it in the previous class because transitive verbs usually take longer. I have a short story which is written completely in the transitive verbs. Okay, I'm already telling you. Okay, you have to. It's written in English. You have to say it in Hindi. Okay, without writing it down, because when you write it, it's it's a different exercise when you if you have to write it. Okay, so that's the first exercise, and the second one is it's a combination of both intransitive and transitive verb. Both of them are very good exercise, even if you want to revise as you sort of start learning newer concept, and if you want to quickly go back and just if you read the story itself, it's gonna revise your sort of all the concepts of past indefinite tense. Okay, so now we'll jump into it. So I want you to read it out, all of you, slowly to yourself, and then we'll work through the story. And okay, anyway, I'll give you like a few minutes to just read it out. Okay, I hope all of you had a chance to read it. Short paragraph only. Angela ji, you want,
Namaste.
how are you doing?
Yeah, good, thank you, good.
You ready for this?
Yes, I think so.
Okay, let's do one by one. Okay, so
Mm-hmm.
read the first line and start simple. Okay, start very simple, and then we'll work sort of we'll build on top of it.
Okay, so कल मैंने एक नया खेल no, so कल मेरा स्कूल में एक नया खेल देखा.
Beautiful. Okay, so when I say start small, you can always, and this is not for you, but for everyone else also, you can start with what is the subject and what is the verb. Okay, so yesterday is kal. Everyone, most of you already know. When you say I saw, Angela ji, that would be
मैंने देखा.
beautiful. मैंने देखा. I'll ask you, आपने क्या देखा?
मैंने एक नया खेल देखा.
Okay, आपने एक नया खेल कहाँ देखा?
मेरा स्कूल में.
Say the whole thing.
मैंने एक नया खेल मेरा स्कूल में देखा.
Okay, beautiful. Okay, right now I'm not going to distinguish between मेरे school में और अपने school में. For all practical purpose, you can use either. Okay, wonderful. Let's just do. I'm going to come back to you, Angela ji, but beautiful job. Okay, let's do the next sentence in the same manner. I ate breakfast early in the morning. Okay, and read my books. It's a longer sentence, but all of you have to break it down. So I'm going to give everyone time. Okay, first see the subject. You see, even though it's a transitive verb, you see the verb. Okay, so I'll request you to first focus on that only, and even before I put anyone on spot, I want you all of you to think out how you'll say it, then write it down. Okay, and then you can write it in the chat, and I'm gonna ask one of you to say it out. Okay, so I ate breakfast early in the morning and read my books. both the verb to eat and to read. You eat something and you read something. Okay. Try. You want to give it a try?
So how
I,
मैंने
uh-huh.
breakfast
Uh-huh.
मैंने breakfast खान 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 खा खा खा
Hmm?
खाना खाना खाता
Okay. So try it one more time. Verb is khana. You're absolutely correct. Okay. You conjugate the verb based on.
okay yes, so we've got मैंने जल्दी सुबह को breakfast खाया
Beautiful.
और
Very good. Or
मेरे book no, I forgot books मेरे किताबें read पढ़ा पढ़ते
okay. Almost there. Almost there. You got it. Book is what, masculine or feminine?
पढ़े
Okay. So book is masculine or feminine?
okay, yes. So bati
Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay. Say the full thing again. Wonderful job. Yeah. Say the full sentence again, Pranji.
okay, so मैंने जल्दी सुबह को breakfast खाया और मेरी किताबें पढ़ी
Beautiful. Okay. Wonderful. Okay. Let's see who else would like to try this one. Okay. Um, anyone else would like to try this one? Josh, how would you say the same thing? I ate breakfast early in the morning and read my books.
Okay, so I had I didn't know early, so I kind of just left early out. I just put I ate breakfast in the morning and read books. And I had मैंने सुबह में breakfast खाया और किताबें पढ़े.
That's it. Kitabe. What did you write for kitabe?
किताबें पढ़ी. Sorry, किताबें पढ़ी.
Okay, so you got it right? Anyone had any trouble with this sentence? Be honest.
Ashwinji, I have a slight alteration to ask. Since it says you ate the breakfast and then read the books, can I say, मैंने सुबह सुबह जल्दी नाश्ता खाकर किताबें पढ़ी?
You can say that. That's totally fine. Okay. It's just like we have not learned this concept in the new session, but totally fine. You do one action after the another one. You take the verb, the first verb, and remove the na and put kar. Okay. So मैंने नाश्ता खाकर किताबें पढ़ी. You can totally say that. Anyone else? Anyone had difficulty? And if yes, what was the challenge? So that we can, and I'm sure if you have it, other people may have experience as well, because then we will work on that only. Okay, let's do the next one. Josh.
I had I didn't know early.
Early, yeah. Okay. So how will you say ask that in formula? You remember the formula?
हिंदी में क्यों हिंदी में early क्या कहते हैं?
Here you go. Hindi mein. It sounds awkward, but let me see. Let me put a spotlight on myself. So the formula was Hindi mein dash को क्या कहते हैं. Okay, so you can always ask this one, right? And then in this case, if it is not some fruit or anything, you can just say हिंदी में अर्ली को क्या कहते हैं. आप say हिंदी में अर्ली को जल्दी कहते हैं.
Jaldi.
जल्दी. Let me write it bigger. जल्दी.
And Ashuji, हिंदी में morning को क्या कहते हैं?
हिंदी में morning को सुबह है.
धन्यवाद.
Yeah, सुबह है. Right, so you can always use the formula.
And
to find-
Ashuji, in that formula, could you say kya matlab hai?
You can say that. Okay. The other one, so this one is, let's say you don't know something, you know it in English, but you want to know in the Hindi language. Okay. And then let's say you hear a Hindi word. Okay. Let's say that you hear the word called, let me make it up. Let's say the word is a totally new vocabulary word, pareshan. I'm just making it up. Pareshan, and you don't know what it means. You can say pareshan ka matlab kya hai? What does it mean? Pareshan, and then the native speaker will tell you what it means in English. So you can use the formula both ways to find out a vocabulary word, for English to Hindi, right? And the other way around as well, right? Question, anyone?
Yeah, I have a quick
Ashuji.
question.
Go ahead, one by one.
A quick question. Can I say to eat breakfast both? Breakfast karna and breakfast kana?
One more time. I had the question. One more time.
Well, I know to eat breakfast as breakfast karna instead of breakfast kana.
Breakfast karna versus khana, is that what your question is?
Yeah, karna and kana. If both are.
I see. So, okay. So, is that the question is that the khana is also food and khana is also a verb?
That if both verbs are correct for that.
Which one? The
Karna and kana.
To do and to
eat breakfast.
Karna and kana.
Karna or khana. I think that's what I.
Yeah. Thank you, Nandini.
Yeah. So you can say that, right? So you can say मैंने breakfast किया or मैंने breakfast खाया. If that's what you meant, you can.
Okay, that was my question. Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah. There's a stand-up comedian, and how a lot of, and this is, I just say it in a humorous way, right? I mean, not like a lot of the modern day, the conversation, it's mixed up, okay? And it's like, and he was just making up like a story basically, right? And then it's like, and he was saying like most of the verbs are mixed up. And even like if you go to a smaller town, even if you watch a mom talking to the child, it's like, it's not the khelo, it's like play karo, okay? Or jump karo, right? And he was just making a pretty good case of like how, when you're conversing, like, it's, and he was saying it in the context of like, in a different way, but like, whole point was like, you can say khel now, but the verb is, in this case, the person is mixing up play and karna. Similarly, to jump is kudna, but in this case, the person is like using the English and then the Hindi part, right? Karna. Any other questions on this one?
Ashuji.
Yeah.
You use the word pareshan. Pareshan to me means problem or issue. Kya pareshan hai? Kya?
Yes, that is correct. Yes.
Okay.
I was just using it in the formula basically, but you're right. I was just like trying to tell you like how it's a new word. If you don't know it, and if you want to know what does it mean in English, right? I mean, so that's what you can use. Going back to the story, any other challenge you had? Okay, we'll keep going. So Josh, why don't you continue? And because you were just repeating the previous one.
Okay. I have my friend showed me a funny video. मेरा दोस्त funny video मैंने देखे.
Okay. One more time. What kind of verb is it?
To show.
We've not done this one, by the way, so it could be a challenge. Like, what is to see?
You have to see.
To see or to watch is?
Dekna.
And to show is?
I kind of just chose the same verb.
Okay.
It's past tense. It would be see past tense, right?
Yeah, that's right. So it's dekhna is to see or to watch, and the other one is dikhana.
Dekhana.
Dikhana, to see or to watch is dekhna, or to show is dikhana.
To show.
To show.
Okay.
Right?
Dekhana.
So now going back.
मेरे दोस्त funny video मैंने देखाए.
Okay, so okay,
That's
one
right.
more time. This is hard. This is hard because if you were to write it down, you will get it right. Okay, I don't want you to write it down. Who is showing it?
The friend.
Yeah. So he will be followed by. He will be followed by which postposition?
Vaha. Usne.
Usne. Very good. Usne. Okay. If you were to just say he showed, would be?
Usne dekra. I can't. I forgot already.
Okay. So
usne deka. We
Usne.
Dekaye.
Okay, very good. So dikhaya for one video, if it is multiple video would be?
Dekaye.
Beautiful. Usne dikhaya. Okay, very good.
Okay.
In this case,
Dekaye.
Usne dikhaya. In this, instead of usne, the sentence is my friend showed. Okay. Instead of usne, the sentence is my friend showed. So that would be?
Mera dost is my friend, right?
Yeah.
Showed dekai, yeah.
Okay, so it's correct. But my friend will be followed by ne also. Just like vah is followed by a ne and it becomes okay. Just like that, my friend showed would be
dost ne?
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, mera dost ne funny video मैंने दिखाया.
Okay, very good. मेरे दोस्त ने. So right now you forget the me part for the simplicity because you've not done ko. So right now you just say my friend showed funny videos.
Okay, मेरा दोस्त funny video दिखाया. मेरे दोस्त funny video दिखाया.
मेरे दोस्त ने funny video दिखाया.
मेरे दोस्त ने funny video दिखाया. Right.
Very good.
Okay.
Awesome. You got it right. Why we are putting ne? Because the subject is still my friend. Okay, it's like John ne khana khaya, John ne game khela. Okay.
So if it was like a sister or a brother or mother, father, any kind of title of a
Yes,
person,
that's
you
right.
put the name. Okay.
That's right. So मेरे दोस्त ने funny video दिखाया. Okay.
Okay.
Any questions, anyone?
Wow.
Anyone found? Yeah.
Can I ask, why is it mere dost and not mera dost?
Yeah.
I don't-
Who would answer that? What is my friend?
Hmm.
Okay, what is my friend? It's mera dost. Let me stop sharing it so you can see my whiteboard. So my friend is mera dost, and after that, Unaji, what are you putting?
because it's an oblique case. Ne.
Yeah.
Ah, okay. Yes. Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Mere.
Yeah, clear. Okay.
Good question.
Thank you.
Anyone else? Anyone else found it hard? But we'll keep making progress. Okay, we'll do the next one. Okay, so I want all of you to think about it. Okay, before I put anyone on spot, we gave our teacher notes and listened to a story in class. All of you should do it. And for the simplicity, let's do the verbs first so everyone can participate. What is to give? Dena. Very good.
No.
To give is dena. Okay. And to listen is
Nuna.
sunana. Very good. Sunana. Okay. So start with simple. We gave and we listened. If anyone is finding it hard, start with simple. We gave, and after you're done with we gave, you can say we gave notes. Okay, we gave notes, or we listened to a story. That will help you, okay, to build more. Okay, so let's see. Rachel ji, you want to give it a try? Or if you need more time, that's totally fine. More time? Okay, we'll need more time. We'll do the next one for you. Okay, let's do this one. Katie ji, we gave, start with simple. First start with we gave.
हमने
Uh-huh.
dei.
Okay, so verb is, so this one is interesting word. You've not done it. So
Dena.
yes. Okay, and it's irregular verb as well. So dena is, to give is dena. So we gave would be, one more time,
हमने diye.
diye.
With an E on the end.
That's right. So it's a slightly different. But
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
you've not done it, so I totally get it. हमने दिए. Right? हमने. So आपने क्या दिए?
Notes.
Yes, very good. So हमने.
हमने notes diye, and then somehow I've got to fit in to our teacher.
Yes. So the teacher is the recipient of it. Okay. So हमने, आपने किसको notes दिए?
Teacher. I can't remember the word for teacher.
Yes.
Sorry.
So it's okay. You can use teacher, but listen to the question. आपने किसको notes दिए?
हमारे teacher, our teacher.
Okay. किसको?
Doesn't that mean to whom?
Yes.
To give our notes. So we're giving to the teacher.
Yes. So you will say teacher को. किसको? Why so? Because to who? So the equivalent of to in Hindi is ko. Okay, we'll do it more formally in the subsequent classes because right now showing up in the story, it's important for you to understand it in the right context. So, मैंने notes or हमने notes दिए. Who's the recipient of it? Who's benefiting from it in this case? Like teacher receiving the notes. So teacher will be followed by को. Okay, मैंने जॉन को गिफ्ट दिया. मैंने जॉश को कॉफी दी. Okay, मैंने आपको पेन दिया. Okay, so in all these cases, there is a party who is doing the action and there is a party who is receiving it. Okay, whoever is receiving it will be followed by ko. Very good, right? So now go back to it and say one more time the full thing.
हमने teacher को notes दिए.
Beautiful. हमने teacher को notes दिए. Keep going and listen to a story.
और class में story हमने class में story oh sorry I can't remember the word for it was sonan the word for to listen.
Yes, you're almost on the right track. So the verb is to listen is sunna. Very good.
Sunna.
So it's one word sunna, but I just write it down so you can just say sunna. So you conjugate it as story is feminine singular, so you remove the na and you say
Ni.
very good. Story suni. Beautiful. Okay, awesome. This was hard because there were a few new concepts. It's important to still do it as part of the exercise because you will remember, all of you will remember it more, right? So first was to give is irregular. So when we say we gave, हमने दिए. We gave notes is हमने notes दिए to our teacher. Even though you don't say to here, it's हमने teacher को notes दिए. Okay, wonderful. This one should be easy. We ate. Okay, Rachel ji, you want to try it out? We ate. Start with simple. We ate.
हमने खाए.
Yeah, हमने. So you can just say food would be हमने.
खाना. हमने delicious खाना खाए.
Singular.
हमने delicious खाना खाया.
Beautiful. हमने delicious खाना खाया. Awesome. You can say the full thing now. In the afternoon.
Afternoon में हमने delicious खाना खाया.
Beautiful. Awesome. There you go. Wonderful. Any questions, anyone? Okay, we'll pick up the pace now, we'll pick up the pace and let's see. In the evening, we sang a song. Okay, so I don't want to. 1 minute. I don't want to. In the evening, we sang a song. So let's say who would do this one? Mia, you want to try this one? In the evening, we sang a song.
शाम को हमने गाना गाया.
Okay, simple. हमने गाना गाया. Okay, JDG.
What, the next one?
Yes.
घर में मैंने माँ को छात्र लिखा.
Okay, क्या लिखा? Letter would be I wrote.
What?
It's absolutely correct. लिखा, मैंने लिखा. आपने
मैंने लिखा माँ को. No, wait a minute. So I'd say, I would say, घर पर मैंने is it chatra for letter? That's not a letter. Patra. Pitra?
Very good. Right. So the word for letter is patra, pa and tra. You can even say letter also, and then you can say khat, which is also used khat, patra or letter. You can use any of those. Yeah.
Okay.
Finish it up.
So could I see the story again?
Yes.
Okay, so Garapar, Mene, Patra, Ma, Ko, Lika.
Beautiful. मैंने अपनी माँ को एक खत लिखा और पत्र लिखा. Awesome. And then it concludes. Okay. I wrote it down in Romanagari and Devanagari as well. So I want some of you to at least read it before we jump into the next one. So we'll have first slow reading and then we'll have slightly fast reading so you get used to it. Because we work through the exercise, hopefully it should be simple. So Michael ji, read it very slowly, Michael ji. Okay.
All right. कल मैंने अपने स्कूल में एक नया गेम देखा. मैंने सुबह जल्दी ब्रेकफास्ट खाया और अपनी किताबें पढ़ें.
पढ़ी. Okay, keep going.
मेरे दोस्त ने मुझे एक मजेदार वीडियो दिखाया. हमने अपनी टीचर को नोट्स दिए और क्लास में एक कहानी सुनी. दोपहर में हमने खाना स्वादिष्ट खाना खाया. शाम को हमने एक गाना गाया. घर पर मैंने अपनी मम्मी को एक पत्र लिखा. वह दिन बहुत मजेदार था.
Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, so hopefully it made slightly more sense because we worked through it throughout the class. Okay, Nandini ji, you read it slightly faster, and then we'll have the even faster after that.
हाँ जी.
Yeah.
कल मैंने अपने स्कूल में एक नया गेम देखा. मैंने सुबह जल्दी ब्रेकफास्ट खाया और अपनी किताबें पढ़ी. मेरे दोस्त ने मुझे एक मजेदार वीडियो दिखाया. हमने अपनी टीचर को नोट्स दिए और क्लास में एक कहानी सुनी. दोपहर में हमने स्वादिष्ट खाना खाया. शाम को हमने एक गाना गाया. घर पर मैंने अपनी मम्मी को एक पत्र लिखा. वो दिन बहुत मजेदार था.
So, like totally different experience, right? One was deliberately slow, and second one was faster, right? We'll have one more reading of it. This time, Austin ji, try to read it like you're reading a newspaper or you are watching a news channel, because they read it even faster. And the whole thing is just for everyone to just get used to, like, how these verb conjugations are falling on you basically, and you try to make sense of it, right? So the whole point is listening exercise here. Yes, Austin ji.
कल मैंने अपने स्कूल में एक नया गेम देखा. मैंने सुबह जल्दी ब्रेकफास्ट खाया और अपनी किताबें पढ़ी. मेरे दोस्त ने मुझे एक मजेदार वीडियो दिखाया. हमने अपनी टीचर को नोट्स दिए और क्लास में एक कहानी सुनी। दोपहर में हमने स्वादिष्ट खाना खाया। शाम को हमने एक गाना गाया। घर पर मैंने अपनी मम्मी को एक पत्र लिखा। वो दिन बहुत मजेदार था।
Amazing. Okay. So, and my belief is, even before you go to the grammatical section, because we tend to go and revise the grammar. If you've gone through past indefinite tense, and if you just want to memorize and remember the concepts, if you just remember or at least go and read the story again, it will brush up a lot of your concept for past indefinite tense, especially for the intransitive verb. Right, and that's how I have written this one. So I want you to, whenever you're revising it, go back to it, read it. It will immediately clarify a lot of the concepts. Then you can go back to the grammar if something is not making sense. Okay, we still have time, so I do want to give you a flavor of. Yeah, go ahead.
I do have a question.
Yeah.
On at the in the evening is Shamko. But we just heard that ko was two something.
Yeah.
But we still use ko for in as opposed to me.
Yeah. Who would like to answer that? Why is it sham ko? So ko is not just only the two, but who else would like to answer? JDG? Why is it in the evening is sham ko?
Isn't ko always used with the times of the day or?
Yeah.
Okay.
But like, why is it not subah ko? Like raat ko and sham ko we say that. But in the morning, the subah mein or like, subah. Sometimes you don't even say that.
Okay. And then you also have mazedar for both fun and funny.
Yes. So mazedar is funny is fine. Funny video. Okay. Mazedar video. Yeah.
Okay.
For first finish this one. So ko is let's see, Austin G, what is your grammar understanding on ko?
I actually don't know why we don't use it with subaha.
Yeah, but
I just know it's like we use it with sham and rat.
That's right. Anyone else?
Asuji, I had another question. The mommy ko, isn't there also a Hindi word mommy for aunt or uncle or something?
So you mean the mother, the Hindi word for mother, or
Mommy.
Mommy. In the text, it's mommy. It says mommy on the bottom.
Oh, I see. Yeah, mummy ko. Okay. Yeah.
Isn't mommy also aunt or uncle or something?
No. Mommy. Oh, that's a different one. I see. So when you have, okay, I think I know the question. So the question is, if it is mommy, that's aunt. That's your mother's brother, wife, mommy. But that's different than mummy. So this is ma, one word, and me followed by me. When you say ma or mom, that's ma, half ma, and then full ma with e, mummy.
Oh, okay. Okay,
Yeah.
thank you. Yeah.
Okay. Any other? So, but going back to this one, you would put ko for evening and night. For morning, you skip it basically. You don't mention that. But with time of the day, I think Josh, you asked the question. Is typically ko is used with sham ko or raat ko. Yeah.
Okay.
Wonderful. We'll do one more. So this one is a combination. Let's say you've done all the past tenses and you want to revise everything, because the natural question is, when I'm speaking it or when I'm reading it, it's not like the native speakers or the movie I'm watching, they're not giving you like a lesson, right? So they will just use it all together. Okay. So how do I get sort of competency where, regardless of whichever verbs are being used, I'm comfortable. Yeah. So what we'll do, we'll take a question and then we'll read this one. Okay. Yeah, Nandini, go for it.
I just really think the ko that always bothered me, the raat ko and evening as well, but not for dopaher. But isn't ko used like at night
At night. That's right.
rather than in the night?
I mean, it's the same
So
thing.
that makes sense. But why dopahar mein and subah? Subah can be ko or mein. That I don't understand why there's a difference. At least in the evening and night, it's clear that it's at.
Yeah, I mean, I think we can make a grammar rule out of it, but I think it eventually will come down to that's how it is being used, right?
Okay.
Just like in English, in the morning, in the
Okay.
afternoon, but at night.
Okay.
One of I mean, again, this is like way going back like to the middle school. The teacher said like something towards the end of the day, it's followed by at, basically.
Oh,
Like,
okay. Okay.
and so something similar probably, whenever they wrote the grammar, they kind of, but there's no kind of a detailed explanation behind it, which is sort of repeatable, right? So it's easier to just remember it like that.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Dhanyavad.
So this is a more complex paragraph, okay? And let's read it slow, okay? And as one of you is reading it, I want everyone else to follow along. And I'm not sure if everyone can read Devanagari, so I'm going to show you Romanagari also. So Unaji, why don't you read it? Read it slow.
The whole thing or just one
Start the whole
sentence?
thing. Read the
Okay.
whole thing.
Okay. रविवार को हम सब पिकनिक पर गए। हम पार्क पहुंचे और पेड़ के नीचे बैठे। माँ ने खाना बनाया और हम सब ने खाना खाया। बच्चों ने खेले और बहुत शोर मचाया। पिताजी ने हमें कहानी सुनाई। हमने बहुत तस्वीरें लें। ओके। दोपहर में कुछ लोग थक गए और आराम किया। मैं झूला झूला और पत्ते कलेक्ट किए। सूरज ढलने लगा तो हम बस में बैठे और घर लौटे।
Okay. So you wrote the Romanagari, right? This
I wrote, yes, sadly, but I'm inspired to learn the script by now, so.
This is hard, so so it's okay, it's totally fine. Someone who's not read before, Rachel ji, you comfortable reading Devanagari or no, Romanagari only? This is fine. Romanagari is fine, right?
Yeah, Romanagari is fine.
Okay, we'll work through it. Don't worry. Okay. Sriram ji, why don't you read it?
Yeah, I'll try. Okay. रविवार को हम सब पिकनिक पर गया।
So as we are reading it, try to identify the verb also.
Sorry?
As you are reading it, try to identify the verb. What was the verb here?
Yeah. रविवार को हम सब पिकनिक. The verb is gaya.
Okay.
Gaya.
To go is jana.
Gaya. That's a verb.
Okay, keep going.
Yeah. Then हम पार्क पहुंचे और पेड़ के नीचे बैठे.
Beautiful.
Then
what is the verb?
The verb is पहुंचे.
Okay, and
पहुंचे and बैठे.
So to reach is pahunchna. And baithna is to
sit.
To sit. Beautiful. Let's just do two more sentences.
and मैंने खाना बनाया और हम सबने खाना खाया.
Okay.
And
What is
this
the word?
banaya is to cook. Banaya.
So to make is banana. Beautiful. And
Banana to cook. And this is kaya. This is eat. To eat.
to eat
Kaya.
is beautiful.
Kaya.
Beautiful.
Karna kaya.
Beautiful. All right. Thank you, Shriramji.
Thank you.
Because in the interest of time, I'm going to give some time to Anongji also. Anong?
ค่ะ ฮัลโหล
Keep
จ้ะ
going.
บัดชงเนเกมเคเลออบอฮอตโชบัจจายา
What is the
पिताजी ने हमें कहानी सुनाई हमने बहुत फोटो ली
okay? Keep going. Why don't you continue? It's okay. Finish it up. Okay. Anongji, you want to continue reading?
yes okay दोबाहा में कुछ लोग थक गए और आराम किया मैं चूल्हा और पत्ते कलेक्ट किए सूरज ढलने लगा तो हम बस में बैठे और खा लौटे
Okay, beautiful. So this was kind of hard. Some of the sentences, as I'm reading it, could be said it in different ways also. You could easily say maine jula also, or main jula. It's fine as well. Both of them are correct. If some of you are thinking like that, okay. हमने बहुत photos लिए. You can say that as well. और हमने बहुत photos ली. They both are correct. Okay. If some of you are thinking like that. Okay, so the homework exercise for you is just to basically what is being said here. Slightly easier than if I have given you in English, okay? But this is simple because you have both Devanagari and Romanagari, and you should be able to figure out the verb in most of the cases. If not, you can use formula to ask someone about what is the meaning of the verb. Okay, if I give you a simple example, दोपहर में we've done this. कुछ लोग थक गए और आराम किया. For example, you don't know what is थक गए means or आराम किया means. You could simply use the formula. थक जाना हिंदी में और थक जाना का मतलब क्या है? And they'll tell you to get tired. Okay, और आराम करना का मतलब क्या है? They'll say you आराम करना is to take rest. Yeah, so some of those sentences are tricky, but you can still sort of break it down. The other way to break it down is you keep it simple. You don't have to say the full thing. कुछ लोग थक गए. Okay, you don't have to do the full part because that can be followed by that you can follow up on it later on. Because a lot of time there is a conjugation here or conjunction, not like or and, right? So you don't have to translate them together. You can just stop here and do the later part later on. Same thing. मैं झूला मैंने पत्ते collect किए, right? So you can do that separately as well and then combine it together. Okay. I'll start next class with, because this is an important one, and I just like the previous exercise, I want you to remember this one as your sort of overall journey for past indefinite, right? I mean, because this is important for you to remember you have both kind of verbs thrown in together, both transitive and intransitive. I know we are slightly over time, and so I'm going to stop the broadcast, and folks who watched on live on Facebook, thank you so much.